Hello, everyone. Welcome to the hypergamous journey. Oops, oops. Well, I guess they're saying we don't want to be up here. So let's see if we can even out our display. I love this. My cousins got this from Ghana for me, this statuette. See how beautiful that is? An original Ghanaian piece. Love it. Love it. It reminds me of where I come from, and I'm wonderfully made. All women of the African diaspora are wonderfully made. So anyway, I'm doing a video about leverage. So I don't have the Merriam-Webster dictionary definition of leverage, but I will summarize it in my own words. It is giving something the least amount of effort that will give you the greatest amount of return, result, resolution. So it's doing a little bit and the return is a lot. So you may have heard of the 80-20 rule. I first heard of it when I did real estate. I was a real estate agent, and they said that 20% of your database will give you 80% of your sales. 20% of your database will give you 80% of your sales, or doing an activity that will give you the greatest return. So the effort is 20%, calling up the people in your database, asking them for referrals, and then you will get 80% of the result that you're looking for, and so on and so forth. So to me, that's the definition of leverage. Now, how does that apply to dating? You cannot ask a man for things when you have no leverage. I don't care what it is. If you cannot ask him, you can ask him, you can do what you want, but you're not going to get a return if you have no leverage. What do I mean by leverage? He likes you, first of all. He just likes you. And he wants to do things to please you. Now, it could be as simple as what restaurant do you want to go to, or what concert you want to go to, or what outing you want to do. As simple as that. What's your favorite movie? What would you like to see? It could be that. Or it could be as great as where in the world would you really like to go for vacation? And then that's another way. And it's as simple as that. But if he's not asking you what you want to do or making plans with you, you have no leverage. And you might as well keep dating until you meet a man who really likes you and wants to do things to please you. And we're not talking about, being a gold digger or anything like that. We're just talking about basic human behavior. Just basic human behavior. The man comes to the woman, he creates conversation with her, he asks for her contact information, he follows up with a call first. He calls you first. He might send a text message to say something like, I enjoy talking with you and I'll call you tomorrow. And then he calls the next day and he's excited to get to know you and to talk with you. Within the first, let's say 4 or 5 telephone calls, you will have a real good idea of who you're working with. If you listen more than you talk. If you listen more than you talk, you will find out what his dating objectives are, what he's in the dating market looking for or doing. He will tell you that probably within the first telephone call, definitely by the second. I'm just looking for friendship. I'm not looking for anything serious. Bam, there you are. You know, you can't change his mind. You're accepting what he said. He is not looking for anything serious. If you are looking for something serious, he's not your guy. And yeah, he's not your guy. Keep looking. You can date him, but you can't date him with the expectation that you're going to change his mind. That's a recipe for disaster. That's a recipe to get your feelings hurt. That's a recipe to feel used and abused. He told you in the first phone call that he was only looking for friendship. So you're not his only friend, or you're not probably not his only new friend. He's probably got a couple of new friends. He's talking to all of you and trying to figure out which one of his new friends, quotes, which one of his new friends he can do the least amount of effort for and get the biggest return. That's that word leverage. Which one of the, let's say there are three new friends. He likes them equally, 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. They fit his type, whatever that is. So 1/3 and 1/3. And the only thing that's really going to distinguish you is your personalities, how compatible you are with him, if he has more chemistry with you or anyone else. But we also know men will sleep with anybody, whether they have chemistry or not. So that levels the playing field. So it's really about personality, because you all look good to him. And he's willing to have intimate relations with any one of you. So it boils down to personality. Who can he tolerate the most? And he can get do the least to get the most. So he can put in 20% effort and get 80, 90% return, which is usually intimate relationship, or intimate relations, as I like to call it. So usually that's what it is. So you would be best off is just going with the flow, seeing where, if you have leverage, and you will determine that over time, you will determine that you have leverage based on his behavior, his consistency, the chemistry, how he responds to you, how you respond to him. You'll be able to see if he is, if you have that leverage. The other thing is, I think I covered it. We can't change people. Men, they have relationship objectives too, just like we do. For me, it's marriage. For you, it could be mating. For him, it's friendship. And when I say mating, I mean you're in a committed relationship. You might be living together. You're acting like husband and wife, but you don't have the legal documentation. And you could be maintaining separate households. You've just made the commitment, verbally committed to each other. And I don't care what you do. I'm just telling you what it is for me, which is marriage. So if I meet a man and he says, I'm just looking for friends, I start off with friends first. I just say, okay, in my mind, I say, okay, he's just looking for friends. I'm looking for marriage. So I need to, well, I shouldn't say I'm looking for marriage. I want to attract a healthy masculine man into a committed relationship. I want to attract him. So I'm being myself, but I'm not chasing him and asking him for his number like a lot of dating coaches seem to tell women to do in this dating climate. They're telling the younger women and the older women too, just go up to him. If my smiling at him and flirting, smiling 5 seconds, looking him in the eye and smiling, if that doesn't get him to come over, I'm not doing anything else. I'm just not going to do anything else. And what I've been doing seems to work. Recently, a man told me that I had a glow about me. And that's all of the work that I've done to heal myself, to be happy in my life, whether I'm with someone, dating, or single. I have activities and things I love to do. Look out for 2 roller skating videos, very short roller skating videos that one person sent me, and another person, he had someone film us, record us, and I'm just having a good old time doing my roller skating thing. So leverage, it is A small amount of effort, as a result of a smaller amount of effort, you have a large return. Remember the 20% effort, 80% return or result, the 80-20 rule. Leverage. Leverage is also applicable to dating. You cannot ask a man for anything when you have no leverage, and that is in the beginning. And sometimes y'all are in relationships, some of you are in relationships where you know you don't have any leverage, but yet you're still hoping and praying that he will see your value, when he's just like using you and using you and using you. And then when it ends, because you can't take it anymore, he can't take you nagging him anymore about commitment, then you want to get mad at him. That's not right. Take responsibility for your behavior. And I always tell women, keep your legs closed, because keeping your legs closed is not for him, it's for you, to protect you from getting any STD, to protect you from getting pregnant if you're in your childbearing years. Is to protect your emotional health, your mental health. And if he doesn't want to wait or doesn't want to give you the commitment that you want, marriage or mating, it's okay. You haven't lost anything. You've ruled him out as a potential partner. He's ruled you out as somebody that he gets to sleep with a little bit of leverage or a small amount of effort. And everybody is happy. We're adults here. We are adults here. Say goodbye and wish him well, because wishing him well means goodness will come into his life and into yours. And don't forget, I have the coffee social February 15th, and I will put the link in the description. I will see you in the next video. Bye.